And I was getting on the radio, giving my size up, you know.
Dispatch engine 7's on scene. We'll be out investigating passing command.
And in the middle of my size up, and I looked over again and realized the apartment had exploded.
The fire alarm started going off, and that's when I jumped out of bed and woke up Andrew. My next reaction was to break the window closest to me.
Now they're injured, they're bleeding all over the place, everybody's scared. Pretty chaotic for those two to work together to get all those kids out.
Our town is kind of unique, and we don't have a true residential section. Really not a safe place for kids to trick or treat.
Take all the trucks down, we block off Main Street. We pass out full-size candy bars.
And it allows for the kids to have a safe place to trick or treat.
We do chicken barbecues 4 times a year. We sell out before we can even start boxing them usually.
Our village council has always supported the fire department through all of our endeavors.
I grew up in this area. My dad was a volunteer here, retired as assistant chief for 30 years.
Sean is fantastic. We just put up a Marks Tower here close to town. He was integral in getting all of those things done.
I feel for myself, he makes me a better EMT firefighter just being with him.
I actually started teaching at Bladensburg. My interest was piqued really because of attending some county fire schools and seeing some things that I felt that I could maybe do a little bit differently, and so I started doing those.
Charlie deserves this award because he is the ultimate in fire instructing and education throughout, and countless numbers of Ohioans' lives will be saved because of the way he trained Ohio firefighters.
Back when I was on the fire department, I didn't know who the other educators were in the area. So when I started with the Marshal's office, I kind of made it my mission to connect all of those people together.
She was a huge mentor for me, and she still is.
I always wanted to be a teacher. You know, when I was little, with the neighborhood kids, we would play school, and I was always the teacher. I just want them to be able to make the right decisions and have the information that they need to make those decisions.
The instructors that taught me were some of the most amazing firemen that I know. I wanted to be who they are and teach the new oncoming firemen.
She is a very tough teacher, but that's what shows that she cares. She was that person on my shoulder like, hey, you can do this, like, you know, call me anytime, questions.
She puts in a tireless amount of hours. She's basically like a mother figure for a lot of these kids, and I think she builds that foundation right here.
In 1997, I was involved with the Technical Advisory Committee of starting 911. Belmont County was one of like 15 to 18 counties that still didn't have it.
He taught my first fire class. And now to be able to stand side by side with him is very rewarding, knowing that, you know, you have a mentor like this.
I was a dairy farmer. Had a small farm, about 300 acres, and milked about 40 cows, and didn't know any different. I thought this was the way life was. You milk cows twice a day and never got a day off.
The integrity Mike has to help people, he impacts many, many people.
Well, I want to help people, but I like the adrenaline. I truly do like the rush. If it was boring, I'd be playing farmer still.
I came here in 2018.
Bob is just one of those inspirational type leaders. He empowers his men to be the best firefighters, EMTs that they can be.
He's an excellent chief, an excellent friend, an excellent co-worker. He works well with all of our departments, and we're lucky to have him as part of the Village of Fairport Harbor.
The reason we have bagpipes in the fire service to begin with is because when people came over from Ireland, the only jobs they could get was in the fire service or the police service, all right? So they brought all their traditions with them. And when they would have the funerals, they just did their tradition. And so that's what brought it over here to America.